Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric, and today I watched WWE SmackDown episode 1104, 205 Live episode 201, Raw episode 1429, NXT 587, and NXT UK 116. Broadcast from October 16th through, let's see, the 22nd. Yes, that's right. So I actually have not had a chance to watch NXT UK yet. I'm going to have a lot of that to watch coming up here soon. And I'm short on time. I'm in the Thunderdome for SmackDown tonight in a mere 30 minutes. So it's going to be a real quick episode. But, I really enjoyed all the shows this week. NXT over on NXT UK, we had Amale versus Nina Samuels, Eddie Dennis versus Oliver Carter. I saw some photos from that match, and I'm super excited to watch that. And the Trent Seven versus Kenny Williams in the Heritage Cup, and then Walter versus Ilya Dragunov contract signing. No, yes, that is the Walter versus Ilya contract signing. Yes, that's what I meant. Also, we had over on 205 Live from October 16th. I have not watched this episode yet. All right, I did watch the first match. Ari Daivari versus Anthony Green. That was pretty good. Yep. And we had that little bit of the audio from that there. And then immediately he wanted a second opponent, and he fought Kurt Stallion, but he lost the match because of Tony Nese attacked his opponent with a steel chair. But the Daivari challenge, the Daivari De Niro challenge for $10,000 of his own money, did not go to his opponent because his opponent had to win via pinfall or submission, not via disqualification. And then we also had the Brian Kendrick versus Isaiah Swerve Scott. I have not watched that match yet, but I would like to note I continue to appear in the... That was my alarm to stop streaming. And I did that a lot, like 15 minutes ago, so it all worked out. Yeah, and the Capitol Wrestling Center in the virtual audience. Although this week on NXT, it was a different iteration of past me from the Thunderdome. That version of me was from Clash of Champions, way back. And while it was more recent than the previous SmackDown version of me that was in the Capitol Wrestling Center. So that was pretty exciting to see all that. Anyway, I'm sure Brian Kendrick versus Swerve was an awesome match as well. Okay, let's talk about the SmackDown season premiere. We had the season finale with the draft, and now we have the season. No, we had the draft, and then we had the season finale. And now was the draft the season finale? And now this is the season premiere, post-draft. Post-draft. Draft? The WWE draft? I want to see the WWE draft versus the Hip Hopopotamus. Anyway, SmackDown, we open up with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H welcoming everybody, and then everybody broke out into a big old brawl. Then we had Jeff versus Lars Sullivan. Lars Sullivan won. Farewell to the New Day with New Day versus The Bar plus Shinsuke Nakamura. An epic match. My God, this match was fantastic. Go watch just this match. If you only watch one thing from all week, from all month, from all year, watch this match. Is great. Sami Zayn says there are winners and then there are Otises, making fun of Otis, who is all by his lonesome self here on SmackDown. Daniel Bryan talks. He is there in person, and Seth the Savior. He calls Seth the Savior, and then then Seth comes out and says, what side of history are you going to be on? Are you going to be short-sighted or really be on my side? Then Rey and Dominic come out, and Murphy attacks and all that kind of stuff. And then we end up with, did Daniel Bryan have a match later? I don't even remember. But we had Street Profits versus R2D2. I mean, RR and DZ. Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. The way I wrote it down looks like R2D2. This match ended in disqualification. I forget how that happened. All I wrote was DQ. DZ DQ. Then we had the contract signed between Sasha and Bayley. Bayley did not sign. She's got to sign that contract before Hell in a Cell. Maybe she'll sign it right at the end of the match, and Sasha will be just like waiting there for like 20 minutes, not getting beat up or anything. So it wouldn't be to anyone's advantage. Probably. I don't know. Then we had Braun Strowman versus Braun Roman. Roman defeated Braun Strowman via submission, like kind of like an octopus guillotine, which was friggin' awesome. And Jey Uso comes out and he's, for some reason, I don't know why exactly he came out, but maybe to talk some sense into Roman or something. But he says, if I can do this to you, if I can do this to him, imagine what I can do to you. And he says, I love you. I want to take care of you, all of that. And you're messing it up. All you had to do. And then Jay says, I love you too. Whack. Super kick. All this. He just takes him out. And then Roman gets a Suckerman punch. And on Jay as he's being held back by security. And oh man, that's one of the best endings to SmackDown that I can remember. SmackDown's been on fire with Roman and Jay, and really that's all you need for it to be awesome. It feels just as awesome, even though they've lost 2/3 of the New Day. They've lost their the Fiend and Alexa, but they still have Roman. And now they have, if we get Seth versus Roman, at some point, that's going to be killer. Then we had Raw from October 19th. The Fiend and Alexa open up the show, and then the Retribution comes. No, wait. The Fiend come. Yes. Fiend and Alexa, they interrupt the whole beginning of the show, brand new opening music and all that. Then Retribution interrupt them. Then Hurt Business interrupts them. And Retribution, the Fiends and Alexa just stand there when Retribution come. They're not afraid at all. They stand perfectly still, and then they disappear. And that's when Hurt Business comes. They have the 4-on-4 match. T-Bar taps out to the Hurt Lock, and then the Fiend appears and kills off the rest of Retribution. He does not deliver. He does not deliver the Sister Abigail successfully to any. No, he does give it to Slapjack, and then he tries to give it to Mustafa Ali, but he gets interrupted by T-Bar. T-Bar takes the Hurt hand instead. Oh. Hurt Business versus Hurt and heel. Maybe the Fiend is actually part of Hurt Business. Maybe the Fiend is part of the Hurt Business. You heard it here first, folks. Maybe the Fiend is part of the Hurt Business. Okay. We had AJ Styles with Omar Omagbahin. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. Or Jordan. Is that his real first name is Jordan? I thought that his first name on the screen was Omar. I don't know. But AJ fights Matt Riddle. This whole thing was very funny. This guy, he's gigantic. He was the bouncer for the Raw Underground. It was very nice of AJ to pick him up, give him some work now that Raw Underground is no more. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. We had Drew promo. Why did I write Drew promo? He's not on this show. I don't know. I'm confused by what I wrote down there. Then we had, I'm talking about Raw now. I thought I was talking about SmackDown. So yeah, Drew had a promo. Then we had Lana versus Asuka. Asuka won, and then Lana got put through a table for the 5th week in a row. That was fantastic. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax issue a challenge to everyone in the women's divisions. They didn't mention NXT though, did they? They should have. Mandy and Dana, they answer. Sexy Muscle Friends. Peyton and Lacey. are a team just for this, though. I hope, because if Payne is just going to be on another tag team, why didn't you stay with Billy? I don't know. And the Riot Squad, Ruby Riot and Liv Morgan. But Nia Jax pins Lacey after a big Samoan drop and a bit of cheating. Not really cheating, but like they're better at the tag teaming. Then we had this great Elias concert, which was way better than it needed to be at all. But when he goes for an encore, gets interrupted by Jeff Hardy, who still thinks that Elias is responsible. Or no, Elias thinks that Jeff is getting back at Elias because Elias still thinks that Jeff hit him with a car, which he did not. But Jeff is mad about it because he did not. But now he is doing these other mean things. And then we had the New Day, Kofi, of the New Day, Kofi versus, it's a singles match. Kofi versus Sheamus. This match was fantastic as well, coming off of the 3-on-3 match last week, 3 nights earlier. And then before that match happens, though, Elias challenges Jeff for a match on Sunday, and the New Day said, we're going to spread our seeds on Raw and SmackDown because we're still the New Day. And then we also had Big E in the Thunderdome, and Kofi won his match versus Sheamus via Trouble in Paradise. Let's see. Ali backstage says, my power is creating chaos. You made a mistake by coming after us. Fiend, we're going to get you. Let's see. Then we had Tucker and a mysterious tag team partner versus Miz and Morrison. That tag team partner is the legendary Lucha El Gran Gordo. El Gran Gordo wins the match via torta. After that, I forget the Spanish word for the caterpillar, or is it or did they say the word for worm? Anyway, it's fantastic. Si, senor Taki. So I said that about 20 times. I did a 12-hour stream yesterday, and I said that probably about 20 times. No, that was on the wrestler picks. I also did it during the wrestler picks on Wednesday. Mandy Rose brings El Gran Gordo a ham backstage to celebrate. So that was very nice of her. Then we had Firefly Funhouse with some callbacks to stuff. And then a brand new friend arrives. It is Alexa Bliss. And that is so awesome to see her in there. And then we ended with Keith Lee versus Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman won after hitting a low blow, and Keith Lee hit him with a low blow back and said, nah, that if you're going to play like that, I'm going to get you back. And he also kicked out like at 3. So yeah. Very, very infuriating. I hope Keith Lee destroys him soon. Maybe we'll get a rematch there as part of Hell in a Cell. And then we had a preview of the Cell. Randy wanted to deliver his final fine speech from inside of the Cell, and he locks himself inside of there. But Drew McIntyre comes. Randy is confident, you can't do anything. And Drew reaches over the barrier where he had placed earlier in preparation for this some bolt cutters, and he opens it up, and we cut to black. We have the copyright screen fade to the next show, or actually it was the G.I. Joe Retaliation film that came right after. I don't know if it was that one or if it was the first G.I. Joe film, but we did not see him actually attack Randy, but we can just imagine how brutal it was if he did. So yeah, pretty crazy. Like nothing I said just now does it any justice. It was just really entertaining, especially El Gran Gordo. Up next, we had, and to close things out for this week, NXT was amazing. Well, the first match, we had a triple threat. Kushida won that match. So that was nice. We had Adam Cole on an iPad that was attached to a light stand, or maybe it was attached to a Segway. I don't know. It could have been a whole. Oh, I forget. That's been done in a couple of shows now, but we had Wade Barrett challenge Vic Joseph to a costume contest next week during Halloween Havoc. I'm super excited for that. We had Ember Moon versus Jessie Kamea. Ember won via submission, which was super badass. And then Dakota Kai attacks, and we have that conflict there. Bobby Fish is attacked backstage. He's taken out of action. Austin Theory versus Bronson Reed. Reed wins, and then Austin Theory says, "No, I don't accept this. I reject this premise outright. I will challenge. I'm not going to give up until I beat you. So let's have another match." And then he was beaten again very quickly. And then he says, "I quit," and he drives away from outside of the arena. His car is outside the arena. He says, "I quit" when he's outside, as a follow-up to this match, like after the commercial break. Then we had Legado del Fantasma versus the team of Isaiah Swerve Scott, Ashanti the Adonis. I think I keep forgetting what his first name is. I think it's Ashanti. And Jake Atlas. This match was crazy. There's like a suplex Spanish fly thing to the outside that was insane. Maybe it didn't go quite as it was supposed to, but it's still nuts. And the match ended when Joaquin Wilde pinned Adonis, which was kind of a surprise to everybody there. Johnny and Candice practice on their own homemade wheel to see what it would be like, I guess. And Johnny just hates it because he gets buried alive. He gets a casket match. He's like, this thing just wants me dead. Then we had Everrise versus Furry and Fury, Drake Maverick and Killian Dane. Another fantastic match with fantastic music that was played for way too short of a time. But it ends in disqualification when Drake Maverick takes matters into his own hands, takes a steel chair into his own hands, and attacks Everrise because they were beating up on Killian Dane. And Killian looks like he's very angry to have lost the match via disqualification, but he slaps him on the chair and said, "That was awesome! Well, you hit him with the chair. That was great." Drake is really excited. He gets to start dancing, and Killian is like, no, I forgot about this part. And he storms off. It's the start of a beautiful friendship. The start of the friendship already began many weeks ago, but it further develops, and it's great. Roderick Strong is killed backstage. Kyle, if Oni and Danny are there and they say, "Well, hey, just tag with one of us. They're fine. You earned this match." And Kyle says, "No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to the hospital. I have to be with my friends." And so this was after Kyle said, "You guys just take this match, because I don't have a partner now." And all that. "No, just partner with one of us," all of that. So William Regal's there. He says, "Okay, well, if it's okay with Breezango, this is the match. Oni and Danny will challenge for the titles tonight, main event." And so before that, we had Xia Li versus Casey Catanzaro. Casey won, which Xia was very upset about, but then Raquel Gonzalez attacked and then delivered a message to Rhea Ripley that she should be afraid of their match next week. Then we had Thatch Can special live edition, which turned into a match with him versus Alexander because of his cheekiness during the lesson. He said, "Take my leg," or "Take my arm," and then instead he took his leg, and that really made Thatcher mad. But yeah, I really like that segment. Then we had Breezango versus Danny and Oni. A mysterious man attacked. Who did they attack? They attacked one. I forget if they attacked Tyler or Fandango, but they did. And Danny hit them with a low blow. Referee was distracted, and they get the win. They are evil now. Who is this mysterious man with the metal mask? The man in the metal mask. Man in the iron mask. It's Pat McAfee. oh boy, Pat McAfee. We have Oni, Tui, and McAfee. And perhaps they need a fourth to take on Undisputed Era in War Games soon. It's going to be so great. I am so excited. I was not expecting Pat McAfee to be on in this fashion. It was fantastic. I am so excited. And that is it. As we conclude this week, I got to go get signed into the Thunderdome in just a few minutes. So thank you so much for listening. Let me know what you thought about all of this stuff this week. I'll do an episode just about SmackDown on 205 Live before Hell in a Cell. Talk about all my predictions because we'll have a better idea. There's only 4 matches announced as of right now, and it's 2 days away. So I'll be able to give better predictions after SmackDown, the go home show tonight. So let me know what you thought by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, wherever you like to listen. Stay safe, healthy, and happy out there in all the infinite multiverses, and I'll see you next time here on TIW Podcast. Bye.